Welcome back to the Stand-Up World Tour. After an incredible 2011 filled with dramatic progression on tour, Kai Lenny picked up the title hunt where he left off, once again winning the 2011 Sunset Beach Pro presented by Turtle Bay and starting the year as he intended to continue. Next up was our European leg on tour, this time held in the region of Brittany, northwest France. The Nash La Torche Pro saw Kai Lenny continue his winning form to solidify his lead on tour. The third stop of the tour was back in the ever-majestic Tahiti for the Sapinus Pro presented by Air Tahiti Nui. Dominated by the power surfers, it was 2010 title contender Peo Lizarazu who finally clinched his first win on tour. Surf City, USA was the next stop for the Huntington Beach Pro presented by Starboard. At the first US stop on the Stand-Up World Tour, it was French standout Antoine Del Pirot who stole the show in one of the most progressive events so far. The tour then returned to Brazil, but to a new location, namely Maresias, where Brazilian Leco Salazar once again proved his skill at home, reclaiming the Brazilian event title and cementing his second place overall for 2011. This means that Kai Lenny had already clinched his second world title right here in Brazil in advance of the final event. With first and second positions already claimed, the rest of the top 10 would battle it out for their place in the final rankings at the Hawaii Island Finals, where young Maui ripper Zane Schweitzer would claim his first ever tour win, propelling him to fourth place overall, just behind Frenchman Antoine Del Pirot. Congratulations once again to 2011 world champion Kai Lenny. Aloha and welcome to the new year and to the 2012 season of the Stand-Up World Tour.
Right now we're at Turtle Bay on the North Shore. Everyone's parked up here and it's an awesome venue. It's probably the best location on the North Shore, I reckon, and if you look around it's pretty special.
And we're here for the Stand-Up World Tour.
We're just about to start the Sunset contest, first contest of the season.
Well, this wave is insane. It's like, at first it's a very historical wave because all the guys were surfing it back in the day. And it's a huge wave and a powerful wave.
If I was to describe Sunset, I would say it is a deep, watered, high-performance big wave. So it's probably one of the biggest high-performance waves on the planet, really.
I've had one of the biggest floggings of my life out there in past years, out of anywhere in the world. But if the West Peak comes from out of the west and you get caught by it, you can cop, like 5 or 6 sets on the head, and at 10 feet, you're struggling for air. So at Sunset, what will win? I believe big turns on big waves.
Yeah, I think. Well, maybe there's guys probably trying to do some some airs on it, but I think when it's probably like more than over 8 foot, it will be like just carving and big turns.
If it doesn't pull aerials, no, look, there's nothing like that. It's just I just take the drop and try and do a big gouge, so that's what I'll be trying to do.
Not only is Turtle Bay Resort the perfect place to stay while on the North Shore of Oahu, it is also the ideal venue for the Nakamakai Under 16 Challenge and our women's event. Providing something for everyone, the protected lagoon on the east side of the property provides the perfect location for our Nakamakai Kids Clinics, where we join our hosts Sean Pointer and Zane Schweitzer to find out more.
Good morning, Zane Schweitzer.
Good morning, Sean Pointer.
Where are we at right now?
We're at Turtle Bay, the beautiful lagoon on the east side. We got a really cool thing going on this morning at Turtle Bay Resort. We got the Nakamakai putting on a keiki clinic right here in the Mellow Lagoon.
Got it all going down, yeah. So we're gonna take them out in the stand-up boards, take them out canoe, paddling, kind of just, all get them kind of psyched on the ocean and paddling out.
Oh, this is great. The venue is so beautiful. Nice little cove here, all protected, and keeps the keiki all together. They can't get too far away. The ambiance is great. We had great weather too. The winds aren't too strong. And
yeah, what Dwayne DeSoto does with the Nakamakai community programs is just incredible. This is seeing all these kids out here today getting to experience the ocean and water culture for the first time. It's just magical right now, and we have this, we're gifted with this amazing Kuilima Cove here. That's a perfect sheltered cove. Waves can be 30 feet outside, and we always got this beautiful beach and calm water in here. And it's really nice to have this as part of our whole setting at the Turtle Bay Resort.
We kicked off with a really cool kids clinic by Nakama Kai at the east side of the bay, the little lagoon where it was mellow water, and now we got the women and the kids going out, and there's really good waves. The wind's up a bit, but a lot of good rides to be had.
The Nakama Kai Youth Challenge has spurred unprecedented development in the youth division of the sport, as we have seen the performance level quite literally skyrocket. From Hawaii locals Riggs Napoleon, Mo Freitas, Noah Yap and Bernd Rodiger, to France's young star Benoit Carpentier, the competition is intense, magnified by the challenging Kona wind conditions. Likewise, the increase of women and their performance level has been astounding, clearly showcased by such young talents as Vanina Walsh, Haley Harrison, and Brazil's Nicole Pacelli, not to mention Kauai girls Mariko Strickland and Natalia Smith.
So here we are, the lagoon at the Turtle Bay Resort. Just looking to get things rolling this week. Looking like there's gonna be some big surf rolling through.
There's some back-to-back swells coming, and it's gonna be nuts. So a lot of fun stuff going on because we got a lot of action coming to you for sure.
I'm Sean Pointer.
And I'm Zane Schweitzer.
And you're watching the Stand Up World Tour.
Stay tuned as the trials of the Sunset Beach Pro will get underway after the break.
Aloha, this is Zane Schweitzer.
And Sean Pointer.
We're here at Sunset Beach for the Sunset Beach Pro, first event of the 2012 Stand Up World Tour.
We're on the beach here at the Sunset Pro, just looking at the first round of the trials. Beginning in some great conditions, the winds have really lightened up, and northwest swell is starting to fill in, so seeing some great waves here, probably in the, what did you say, 6 to 8 foot range?
Yeah, 6 to 8 foot Hawaiian style for sure out there, and
15, maybe 20 foot faces or so out there, and really great conditions.
With high surf advisories in effect for the entire holding period, the Dehui trials kicked off in solid 12 to 15 foot faces, as athletes battled not only each other, but Mother Nature itself, as the infamous and ever-powerful Sunset Beach delivered the goods.
Very challenging, hard to find the peak, and kind of hard to hear the horn, so you kind of just going on borrowed time a little bit, but once the sets came, you just had to go, and not worry about anything, and made a couple mistakes, but had a blast, and I got more waves than I expected, so happy.
Cool, so here with Makua Kai Rothman, just got out of his first round heat in the end of the trials, and how was conditions out there?
I had fun riding Kala'a's signature board first time, and it's the first time I stand-up paddle competition. Probably like the 8th or 10th stand-up session of my life. Yes, and like I said, I just came to have fun and support these guys. I mean, stand-up paddling is awesome. A lot of people have their opinions on it, but it's just probably because they don't do it or they can't. And you know, just because you can't do something, you shouldn't hate on it. Or you know, it's a fun thing, good exercise, and to be a waterman, you should be able to do all things in the water. So
for sure, for sure.
The sets was coming all the time. It's coming all the time. It was difficult for me, but it was good. I catch 2 waves, but one of the in the end of the heat, but one was good. I'm happy. Thank you.
So hello, how you doing? Here with Kalaa Alexander. Just just want to get a little words from Kalaa and see how he's feeling. You know, coming into this event, and obviously he's been here through kind of really the start.
Yeah, I was actually one of the original 24 invited to compete in this World Tour. You know, which is a huge honor for me. You know, I've got 5 kids and you know a lot of responsibilities, so I wasn't able to compete on the tour. But I'm very stoked that I am involved with the Sunset Contest. I probably sup out here more than anybody, you know. I really love big waves, you know what I mean? That's one of my passions, and you know, I think just focusing on getting 2 good rides. I think when it gets bigger, you know, I definitely, if there are some big sets, I definitely want to try and go for the big ones.
So there you go, some words with Kalaa Alexander there. Looking forward to kicking things off here in the coming days for the main event, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so today we had all sorts of great rides. Can't wait to see them up in the main event with us.
We took some time out to meet one of the upcoming wildcards, who is better known in the shortboarding world for his mastery of pipeline.
I'm Jamie O'Brien, 28 years old, and I lived at Pipeline my whole life. Stand-up paddle. It came from, I just borrowed my friend's board and I paddled out, and things like that thick and just some beast of a board. And I broke it on a littlest wave. The thing was knee-high, it snapped, and I was so bummed. I went down and I bought two at Surf and Sea. And then I was trying to ride them out here, just getting lit up. So then I posted a picture of me at Pipe pulling this barrel, and I tagged Kai Lenny. I watched this boy, and I tagged them, and I was all psyched, waiting for him to comment back on it. And then next thing you know, Paddle Surf Hawaii gives me a board. I was like, oh, sick, this is cool. So it's like, wow, these boards kind of work good now. And then Kai gave me a board, and I was like, oh, these things are super sick. So I got two boards, but I don't know which one to ride in the contest. I don't even know the sizes of them. I think they're like 9.0s or 9.3s or 8.9s. I don't know.
With every surfer in the world dreaming of getting barreled at Pipeline, we asked Jamie about the vibe out at his home break.
The vibe out at Pipeline is awesome. It's like, end up like huddling and having conversations out there. It's like we all came together at Pipeline to hang out. Like it's like a party.
All right. What do you think of Kai coming out here with you?
Yeah, sick. I'm gonna take him on.
How'd it go your first session in Pipe?
First session of Pipe was sick. I really wasn't so keen on the idea, and then I talked to Levi, and then Jamie was like, don't be a wuss. And I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go. I'll probably get beaten up, but it's okay. Everyone was super cool. I knew most of the guys out there, so it made it a lot easier. And yeah, got some sick barrels. That was so worth it.
With our world champ able to check Pipeline off his bucket list, it's time to head back to Sunset Beach for the start of the main event. With clean conditions and an epic forecast, this year's event promises to be nothing short of spectacular.
How you guys doing out there? Today we are looking at the first day of the main event. Here we had some great conditions rolling through at sunset. Trades are up and the waves are up, and it's in the 6 to 8 foot range, about 10-15 foot faces out there, and couldn't really ask for anything more. Picture perfect waves right now. And
it looks like really good sunset.
Oh, the conditions are unreal. So good out there.
It's awesome. Perfect, clean, big, good fun. I want to find a barrel. That'd be nice.
It was first heat of the new year for me. Oh, I was nervous for sure, just because I hadn't been in a Jersey for a little bit, but I felt good. The waves are awesome. I think it's only going to get better and better too, so pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, mate, it was fairly a couple of good ones. Everyone was getting good waves, so I don't know if I got through, but we'll see.
yeah, it's fun, man. It's super good out there right now. Didn't actually expect it to be that great. It's so much better when you're out there type thing, but just a lot of fun. Wind's cooperating, and waves are up, and it's epic, you know. So I'm stoked to be here.
You know, it was great conditions. It was one of those things where you had to really kind of find the right wave, and Kala and a couple of the other guys kind of really got in the right position. So it's about positioning and getting the right one that kind of goes all the way through, and the ones that you get, turn as much as possible and be busy. So
When we come back from the break, we'll pick up with round 3 as the world's best stand-up paddle surfers prepare to put it all on the line for the event win.
Hello everyone, we're here for the Sunset Beach Pro Stand-Up World Tour, stop number 1. As you can see, early in the morning, getting on to round number 3. We got some good conditions out there. It's the best we've seen yet. Solid 4 to 6, some occasional 6-footers. So yeah, it's good fun out there. Waiting to see some action. Yeah, Kaito, so you had some good ones out there. What was it like? What's the conditions doing?
Fine. So what we waiting for? Some real waves.
Had a solid heat out there. Kai, what was it like? Tell us about it.
It was kind of hard because took off on my first wave and just ate it. Then got pounded. And then the next wave I caught was a perfect barrel, but just got clipped at the end.
A lot of good waves to be had though out there, Sean, for sure. It's just, when you say it's mostly just about wave selection, finding the right, being in the right spot, and really getting into the right rhythm.
Yeah, oh, completely. I mean, rhythm is kind of everything out there.
All right, here with big old Chuck. How was it out there? It was kind of tough, seemed weird, but
yeah, it was pretty challenging. I mean, out of all the heats we've been watching, you know, everybody getting really, you know, inside bowls, and that's what we were kind of hoping for, and instead it was just giant peaks, you know, and you had to kind of almost like do the Huntington hop to get the inside and try to make some turns to make it look good, but
so our last heat of round number 3 had a lot of good waves and good conditions. Good competitors as well. They're all trying to get their waves. We have 25-minute heats going on, and believe it or not, that goes by really quick out here at sunset.
And no one knows this better than Sunset resident and big wave charger Kala Alexander. We met up with Kala to learn more about his life, both on and off the water, and from big wave surfing to non-profit work.
Well, I was actually born on Oahu in 1969. My mom took me to Kauai when I was 1, and I've always been back and forth to Oahu. I went to Kamehameha High School. I lived with Eddie Rothman, you know, when I was young. I started surfing really big waves when I was probably like 12 years old. You know, I remember being on Kauai and just asking the old guys if I could borrow their boards, and they thought I was crazy. They were like, "You want to go out there, huh?" Like, they would let me use their board just to see what would happen. Definitely wasn't the traditional route, but I'm really thankful, and I feel really fortunate to be involved in the industry like I am, and the companies that I'm involved with now, like the Stand Up Paddle Company. You know, that's something I want to be involved with for life. You know what I mean? Stand up paddling is something you can do till you're, you know, well into your 70s.
The Mauli Ola Foundation was founded to educate the world about cystic fibrosis and help improve the lives of children all over the world who battle with this genetic disease.
It's been amazing. We did a countrywide tour 2 years in a row. We went from California, we went to Texas, the whole East Coast, and we've taught kids all of those regions with this disease how to surf. About 4 years ago, the founders, the Dunlop brothers, the owner of Yamri Genetics, they read an article that kids with cystic fibrosis in Hawaii and Australia were much healthier than kids with the disease anywhere else in the world, and it's because Australian kids and Hawaiian kids are always in the ocean, and that saline, that saltwater mixture that helps them breathe better. It alleviates all that congestion in their lungs, and they're healthier, their breathing is better, their morale is higher, because there's not a whole lot of activities they can do because they get tired. It's a lung disease, you know. So it's the number one most common fatal genetic disease in America. I mean, not too much people know that, but it's just a really gnarly disease. And surfing brings a smile to their face. They got something to look forward to every weekend. You know, the foundation work I do with Maliola is something very important to me. You know, and helping those kids and you know, help improving the quality of their lives, and we just want to make their lives better and you know, put a smile on their face. You know.
With only 6 more heats till we crown our first event champion for 2012, tension mounts on the beach as the crowds build for the climactic close of the Sunset Beach Pro presented by Malibu and Starboard.
Yeah, into the semis, one step closer.
Okay. Oh well, I'm winning, so I can't complain.
With only 2 more heats to go before the finals, Sunset Beach is the place to be as the very best in the world battle it out to reach the podium.
Stoked, the waves picking up, a lot of good waves, just fortunate to get some.
It was just kind of craziness. Waves were super bumpy and it was kind of everywhere, and there's some big sets. And yeah, it was fun. It was really fun actually.
My legs don't feel good, but I feel good. Nah, you know what, there's some pretty big waves, but enough where for every competitor to get a wave. So just come down to pure talent, I guess, who puts it all together, wave selection. Going pretty good so far, can't complain.
This year's final is one to remember, with Hawaiian legends Bonga Perkins and Ikaika Kalama facing up against current world champion Kai Lenny and France's ever-dangerous Paoli Zarazu.
Finals, it should be exciting. It's just like, it's weird. It's like every year it comes around like this, and here I am again, and it's a great feeling. I just hope it goes well, and hope it goes the way I want it to go.
From the outset, Kai Lenny and Paoli Zarazu put on impressive performances, demonstrating why this is the 3rd Sunset Beach final that they have now shared. Meanwhile, Bonga Perkins gets a good wave, but loses his paddle for much of the heat. And Ikaika Kalama's leash breaks as he scrambles to get back out to the lineup to build his score sheet. Despite their troubles, both managed to put together some solid rides, making it one of the closest fought heats in Stand Up World Tour history. In a dramatic close, a last flurry of waves adds scores to all riders' score sheets. But it is Bonga Perkins' last ride that stands out, as he puts it all on the line for his final turn, much to the delight of the assembled crowds.
Second place finisher, Mr. Kai Lenny.
Bonga, yo, you just won. How do you feel, man? Tell me.
Hey, you know what? 35 minutes, it takes 2 waves, and up until that point, I caught one. So I knew I needed something good. I was just waiting the last part of the heat, everywhere I went, the waves weren't. So, just I think the last minute and a half, 2 minutes maybe, I finally caught that one wave, and I knew I had to make it stick. So, man, I'm so spent. I put every last bit of energy into my last wave, and I'm lucky that it just paid off. Thank you.
So great rise there at the finish. Just a big congrats to Bonga Perkins there, pulling it off in the closing minutes there to clinch the win here at the Sunset Beach Pro. And just congrats to all the boys there in the final. So this is it for us here on Sunset Beach in Hawaii. Next stop, Le Torche Pro in France. Come check it out.